Bayonetta.
Hello and welcome to another installment of my set play series where I play a game while adding commentary. You know, after doing my really crappy Bayonetta Let's Play, I knew from the very start that I was going to have to record myself doing some Bayonetta 2 gameplay. And initially I did have some gameplay recorded, but after Nintendo made the announcement that Bayonetta 1 and 2 was heading over to the Switch, I decided to postpone my Let's Play for that and wait for the Switch release and be able to record some Switch footage from there. I think it would be a lot more beneficial because from my understanding, Bayonetta 2 actually does perform a lot better on the Switch. I did play the game beforehand and I can confirm that it does play much better. Alright, so in the interest of not wasting any time, I will go ahead and start a new game. I've already made a lot of progress with the first file here just to get the hang of things because it has been a very long time since I played part 2. I've constantly been playing part 1 over and over again, from its re-release on the Wii U to the re-release on the PC, and you might have seen me do some combo videos for it in the progress. For those of you who want to know, yes, I am going to do a combo video for Bayonetta 2, but it won't be for a while. So I think by me doing this Let's Play, I should be able to explore and understand what I'm capable of doing in Bayonetta 2 to see what ideas I can get about from it. And also this will give me a chance to talk about Bayonetta 2 in general, because I do have a lot to say about the game. Some good stuff, plenty of bad stuff, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start a brand new game and actually enjoy ourselves, shall we?
Oh, you want to play with Bayonetta?
Yeah, of course I do. Alright. I've already been making progress on Infinite Climax, but for the purpose of this video, I'll play the game as though I'm playing it brand new from the very start. And when you play the game fresh and new, you have the option of playing it on hard right from the start, rather than normal, as how the first game had it. In a universe of light and dark, where perception is reality. What better way to start Bayonetta than by showing off the moon? And here we go, right into the action.
The legend of Aesir. A legend from the dawn of time. Nobody knows where the world came from. A struggle caused the trinity of realities to be split into 3 realms: light, darkness, and chaos. Obviously, our world was the one born from chaos. The 3 worlds all needed rulers. Most of all, ours. And the one that ruled the chaos became known as Aesir.
The opening narration is now handled by Luca himself. In case you weren't aware, the opening narration for the first game was handled by none other than Antonio Redgrave, father of Luca. Seems like Antonio managed to pass the torch in the end. The only reason we know it's Antonio Redgrave is because somebody asked Hideki Kamiya on Twitter, to which he actually managed to give some confirmation on it.
Aesir spent the first eternity quietly looking upon the earth from his holy mountain, where we only see reality and make it match our rules of the world. Aesir saw through reality, and those visions became our world. These observations became Aesir's power. Aesir's eyes were truly the eyes that created the world. However, Aesir pitied the humans for their naivete and lack of free will. So the power he wielded was split into 2 equal halves, and entrusted each to humanity's instincts. The right eye of light, and the left eye of darkness.
I will confirm just by watching this opening animation that yes, the gameplay performance has definitely been improved. I recall on the Wii U that the game struggled so much in this bit.
By dividing the power of the eyes of Aesir, humans gained free will. They could now choose. With control of the eyes of the world, the eyes that determine destiny, humans could choose their own paths. They awoke to their own identities. Man is but a reed, the most feeble thing in nature, but now we were thinking reeds, and we took our first big step towards grand prosperity. The inheritors of the eyes of Aesir have been granted the power of creation.
Cheeky. No one bothered telling me any of your kind survived. At least you're the silent type. The last sage I met spent 20 minutes rambling on and on. What?
We're here on the present day now. Yeah, this game takes place immediately after the events of the first game. Spoiler alert! You managed to defeat the Lumen Sage, or Father Baldur in this case.
You will not escape this fate. We will perish together.
And no matter what anybody tells you, this game is a full sequel. Not a prequel, it's a sequel. This entire game takes place right after the events of the first game. I hear a lot of people say that this game is also a prequel. No, it isn't. Just because Bayonetta is able to go back in time to the events that happened before the first game doesn't make it a prequel. It explains more about the events that led up to the first game, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a prequel. Nobody considers Back to the Future 3 a prequel to the entire franchise, so why the hell do people consider Bayonetta 2 a prequel? It doesn't work that way.
With its possessor, the last of the Lumen Sages.
After the end comes... what comes is the world of chaos. Let's get going. One thing that really makes Bayonetta 2 stand out so much is its use of colors. While the first game focused a lot on using red as its primary choice of color along with the sense of warmness that comes about from the color red, this game is the total opposite where it goes for a blue motif. And with blue comes all these cool colors. You can see it in the way everything is thematically set up. For example, the events of going on right now is taking place during Christmas. The color blue can be associated with Christmas. It's a cold color kind of thing. I mean, red can also be associated with Christmas, because that's how we see Kris Kringle, of course. Hideki Kamiya no longer serves as the director. No, this time we got Yusuke Hashimoto as the director. Oh, and one of my favorite bits coming up. Listen carefully. A little Wonderful 101 reference never hurts anybody. That's a game that I do intend to do a Let's Play for, so be on the lookout for that someday. Believe me when I tell you that Wonderful 101 is my most favorite game of all time. I'm not even joking, it's in my top 10 easily. The only real reason why I haven't done a Let's Play for it just yet is because I'm still an amateur when it comes to doing Let's Plays. I want to continue doing this sort of thing with other games before I'm brave enough to tackle Wonderful 101. but believe me when I tell you that once I start doing my Let's Play for Wonderful 101, it's going to be the best thing that I have ever done, bar none. That is a game that I have spent countless hours playing, to the point that I can just play that game like it's nothing. And one thing I've always wanted to do is just showcase what makes that game so great, because I know when lots of people try to play Wonderful 101, they struggle with it. You know, it's not an easy game to get into. Not even Yoshes can get into it. I've seen her Let's Play for it, and you know, God bless her, she's enjoying that game for what it is, but it's kind of obvious that she's not into it the way, you know, she is with Bayonetta. Which is weird because both games carry a similar vibe when it comes to being rewarded for being a highly skilled player. I get the same satisfaction from playing Wonderful 101 the way I do with Bayonetta, because both games have that same philosophy, which is not exactly a shocking thing since both games were directed by the same person. Wonderful 101 is the game that got me to appreciate action games like Bayonetta. I wouldn't be good at Bayonetta if it wasn't for Wonderful 101. Isn't that crazy? I don't know what it is, but Wonderful 101 is a very special game to me. So yeah, be on the lookout for my Wonderful 101 Let's Play once I'm ready to tackle that. Man, these witches and their extravagant introductions. Jeez.
Know how to make an entrance, John.
No kidding.
To see you in the city.
Just had something I had to look into.
I love how they just nonchalantly toss their presents over to Enzo. He's not even saying anything. He's just accepting the fact that he has to carry the gifts.
Broke, bumbling wise guy managed to turn himself into a semi-respectable family man.
Forget about it. And what's this Ceresa shit? You're about as sweet as my Nona's grappa, you know that? Some witch with amnesia goes around calling herself a weapon, and it turns out she really got stuck with a kid's nickname. That shit's rich, I tell you what.
Enzo, master of exposition. What will we do without you, buddy?
But they aren't the only ones. Pray tell. Our friends down south seem to be a bit upset as well.
And now in lighter news, the annual holiday parade is being held today. City police have closed off roads to prepare for the massive influx of merrymakers expected to take in this year's festivities, set to be headlined by a flyover from the military's aerial acrobatics unit.
The Platinum Stars. It just wouldn't be a Platinum Games title without a little bit of self-reference to the studio themselves. And if you look carefully at Enzo's tie, he also has the Platinum Star logo on it.
I need to hurry up and get Ed and Edna's presents, or I'm gonna get it.
We'll talk later. I'll see you back home. Don't forget to pick up the things for the party.
God damn it, John. Respect the rules of the road.
What's the matter with you? I told you what I'm at.
Look carefully at the guy's apron. It's a peace star.
Jet, you know, the kind with wings, flies in the sky. No, I'm not buying any damn.
And I'm not entirely sure, but I want to say that this store is also a reference to Wonderful 101. I mean, the store is called Wonder Toys. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't recall there being a hero by the name of Wonder Toy, but I mean, it's easy just to say it's a Wonderful 101 reference, just on the principle that it says the word wonder in it.
It's a present, for God's sakes. Yo! You know what? Screw the pretty ribbon. Just hurry up and put it in the box, will ya? Fuck the damn ribbon!
Don't worry, Bayonetta's here to save the day.
To avoid doing this in my Sunday best.
acceptance. One of the many angels we're going to be encountering in this game.
At least your lot still knows how to make an end.
As with my argument from the first game, all this sexual nonsense is just played for laughs. It's all tongue-in-cheek. Let it slide. It ain't that much of a big deal. Yes, Bayonetta is sexy and all, but she can also kick your ass. Or in this case, slap it. By the way, this is a Nintendo-approved game. Make that what you will. Man, I really love the choreography of this sequence. Just the way she spins, just the way she's doing all these bullet dances. It's ridiculous. Makes me wish there was a movie. A Bayonetta movie. I don't just mean the anime movie we had. Because while the anime movie was pretty good, I felt like the choreography there was really lacking. Oh hey, it's time for gameplay. And just like in the first game, we don't have access to our principal weapon. We have to make use with our regular handguns. At least right from the start. Why even use guns when you can just kick the shit out of these enemies?
This is why I never buy anything on sale.
Didn't I say it? This is why I can't have nice things. Damn it, car, start already!
Right on time to deliver a little holiday cheer.
Oh, fucking wonderful! Rodon? But I don't believe in Santa!
Watch
Do
your
you need to
mouth.
believe in Santa? I mean, you can see Rodon clear as day. In a world where witches and demons live, you really doubt the existence of Santa?
Unbelievable! Ah! Ugh.
I'm just gonna say this right now. That car is sick. And if we ever get a Crazy Taxi 4, I want Rodon to be a playable driver with that vehicle. Make it happen, Sega. Don't let me down. Here we are. These ain't the Scarborough fairs. This time we got a new set of weapons called Love is Blue. They work on the same fashion as Scarborough Fair, but they add just a couple of bit more new movesets. I'll try to demonstrate as much as I can.
I believe! I believe! I fucking believe!
Screw the car, we gotta save the toy plane. And yet again, Rodon lets these heavy objects hit him on the head.
Now it's time to be your turn.
Oh, introducing our new ability, the Umbran Climax. It's simple, really. Build up your magic bar all the way to the top, and let her rip. One major improvement that Bayonetta 2 does over Part 1 is that the QTE sequences where you have to button mash are much easier this time around. In fact, there's very little QTE segments this time, and when you do have to button mash, it's much faster to do. Man, this entire city is getting destroyed, and I have to wonder if the people are even aware of it. Oh boy. Okay, I'm ready for the climax. Well, first let me get my green laurel. Here we go. Easy mode. It basically acts just like the climax brace from the first game. Or if you go into serious mode when you're fighting a boss, every attack has a wicked weave. And when you do perform an actual wicked weave, it's replaced by these gigantic creatures that you can just summon, and it just covers up the entire screen like mad. Damn it. I swear I could do this bit a lot better. I practiced a little bit earlier and I guess I'm still out of practice. Still, this game is tons of fun for what it is. There we go. Man, despite this game being on a Nintendo console, this is a very impressive looking game. And we are here with a gold. Damn it. Could have sworn I would have gotten a platinum score there. Belief. Actually, one of my favorite bosses to fight against in Tag Climax.
Is that all you've got? Get that!
Sorry, buddy. You're gonna have to try a little harder to hit me. Normally, people run on his tail in order to get to the head, but I'd rather just hit his tail off so he could spin away. It's a lot faster for me. Damn it, mistimed. Wow. I am doing so awful right now. There we go. Right now I'm just preserving my magic for the next bit where I have to fight this dude.
That was quick. Did you get everything?
Forgot the caviar. You think they're still open?
It's not Christmas without caviar. Let's finish this quickly then.
Forget since I'm starting a new game, I don't have a lot of abilities. It's out of pure instinct that I always try to do an afterburner kick, but I can't do that because that's an ability you have to unlock later on. Boy, oh boy. Wait, I have my arm on climax. What am I doing? Punish this fool. Very nice. That always sounds like an elephant to me. That's much better. And in a very shocking turn of events, it seems Gomorrah is starting to rebel against Bayonetta. I guess we have no choice but to tame the beast now.
John! This isn't how things end!
You think that with Bayonetta's Witch Time ability, she could just go into slow motion and run over there to grab her.
I'm not one for pets who don't listen to their masters.
Now here we go. I gotta say right now, like, we're still in the opening prologue. All this is happening right from the very beginning of the game. This is crazy. Background and everything, all this is insane. Jesus Christ, man. My timing is way off. There's going to be certain sequences where when you're fighting a boss and you hit them just hard enough, you'll actually be granted the ability to punish them. There we go. A platinum score? Really? Huh. Could have sworn it would have been gold with all the damage I've been taking. And that's one thing I should point out. Bayonetta 2 is definitely way more forgiving than the first game. And it's not even through just the damage score.
Who destroyed your world. I know the one who destroyed your love.
Who?
Hey, recognize that item? You know, I remember having a discussion at one point that apparently people weren't digging this these cutscene segments where instead of a film reel, everything is presented through a time clock. I don't know what it is, but I personally like it. I mean, it would have been a lot better if we had fully animated cutscenes, but I'm pretty sure that the reason we have these types of cutscenes is so that Platinum Games can save their resources for where it matters the most, in order to try to make the game run at 60 frames per second. Whether or not they succeeded, that remains for another discussion.
Let that sort of summon go out of control, Bayonetta. Something's up. The balance of powers that keep things in check don't feel right. does it?
You know, she's pretty hot for a dead chick. You wasn't a big fan of her shit when she was in the realm of the living. But looking at her now... Nah, still not a fan.
She's not dead, Enzo.
She's right, Enzo. You're only really dead after your soul's been completely absorbed into another realm of the Trinity. But that's just a matter of time. 'Cause I don't see no way of saving a soul lost in hell.
What about the gates? The real gates of hell?
I can't stop you from trying to use them, but I don't think you got a chance down there. I'll see what I can do about putting her on ice for a while. You'll need this. The heart of an Umbra witch. The magic that keep your kind alive in this world for eternities. Should keep her body in this realm stable, but you'll need to reunite this with her soul if you're gonna try and bring her back. I figure you got about a day before it's game over.
And you better make sure to get a pure platinum while you're at it.
Enzo, you've got a jet, right?
What? No. No, 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 no. I do not know. Listen, I appreciate the situation, but you know what today is? My kids got cookies baked for me at home. They're waiting for me.
I just can't picture Enzo as a family man, but according to his own words, his kids love him. I guess he must be a really loving father, and he's only a real loudmouth to the people that annoy him the most. And well, that's exactly what Bayonetta, Rodan, and John do to him on a daily basis.
Those cute little fuckers, let me tell you. Hey! Let go! Let go of me! Why do I always get wrapped up in this shit?
Ain't this a motherfucker?
And with that, we've come to the end of the prologue. This was just a prologue. They really went all out to make the game highly presentable right from the get-go. That's pretty amazing. But I hate to sound like a downer, but from here on out, it's gonna feel like a slight downward spiral. Just what do I mean by that? Well, you'll just have to tune in next time. But you know what's even worse about Bayonetta 2? They got rid of Angel Attack. God damn it. This game sucks. If it doesn't have Angel Attack, why even bother? Well, you know I kid. Alright, well, tune in next time, fellas. See you later.